I'm going to be sharing my testimony to you. Listen, God is faithful. That's why when I see people going the wrong way, when I see people getting crazy in this world, I refuse to be crazy, because I know that I am different. I know that God has given me a second chance. Wow, this testimony is about how God saved me from the spirit of death and acute depression. It was like so many problems in one. About 11 years ago, on a fateful day, I went to this football pitch, and after football that day, I can't remember if I played that day, but after I left the pitch, going on my way, I started having difficulty in breathing. My breath was ceasing, was breaking. I don't know what was happening, but I immediately started declaring, I shall not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord. I started declaring the word of God. I shall not die. I shall not die. So, and it stopped. So I thought that it was something that, it wasn't something that is going to linger for a long time. I'm going to be cutting this story short because we don't have much time. But please pay attention, okay? Just understand the things I did and how everything panned out. So there was this program or a crusade that we were invited because then in Nigeria I was in the choir, and our church choir was invited to that crusade. And I remember I went to the crusade. I was there during the praise session, okay, but for some reason I didn't stay till our ministration, so I left. And while I left, I came back home, and at that time my dad traveled to the village, so it was just my mom, I, and my siblings. They were at home. So after the middle of the night, let's say I think after 12 or 1 or 2, I can't remember, the spirit of death came strongly. It came strongly. Wow. I tried. In fact, I couldn't hold it. So I told my siblings, I think, and also my mom. So we started praying. I was also praying. We started praying. In fact, my breath was ceasing. It was like I was going. So my sister tried to call our pastor and my uncle. So because it's night, and and in that part of Nigeria, it's not safe to move out, at that time. So my uncle came. He took the risk and came. Wow, thank God for him. He came, and he also joined us, and we prayed together. And the thing stopped. He stopped. And that was how I went to sleep. We went to sleep, and I think in the morning, because that was on Saturday, I think on Sunday, I think I gave testimony in church about how God delivered me. I can't remember, but anyway, some people now advised me to go for medical checkup, which I did on a weekday, because on weekends the government hospitals don't work. So on a weekday, I went to to see the doctor, and diagnosis was carried out, and the doctor confirmed that I am actually all right. There's nothing wrong with my heart. There's nothing wrong with my chest. Like that, I'm doing very fine. So I left there, but deep within me, I knew that something was wrong. Something was wrong. I tried everything I could. After that time, I started feeling depressed. The things I loved doing, I didn't love them anymore. Wow, I don't know what was happening to me. I lost. In fact, I was almost losing hope in life. So I went from one hospital to the other. I remember my uncle advising me to go to an evangelist. So this evangelist is like a father in the Lord to, a lot of the youth over there in our church, or a lot of the members over there in our church. And he's a powerful evangelist, you know. So I went to him, to the church where he worships. So I explained, and he prayed for me, and he gave me 3 days fast, like to break 6 p.m. I'll start in the morning, I break 6 p.m. and which I did. But nothing happened, like the situation didn't get better. And I remember one day I went to my cousin's place, and in fact I was shedding tears. I was crying like a baby. Tears was just running out of my eyes because I was losing hope. Though I tried everything, like deep within me, there was something. I knew that there was something wrong. Even though people see me walking around, but I know there is something wrong. So we went from one hospital to the other. I remember this hospital we went to, and a private hospital. The doctor said that I'm suffering from anxiety and blah blah blah. I was placed under treatment, taking injections and everything. I remembered. I think almost exactly within that time, you know, the day that, in fact, there was no fluid in my body. There was no fluid in my mouth. You know, my salivary gland stopped working. There was no fluid. I was feeding on water, like I was living on water, on liquid. I have to be taking like a milk. There was this milk they call vigil milk. So I was feeding on it consistently. Like if I don't take it, I feel like going. Because the mouth needs to be wet. The saliva needs to. It was not moving. It was not working. I don't know what was happening to me. Wow. But I kept saying, I will not die. I kept saying, I am born to be great. I kept saying, I am a child of destiny. I kept declaring God's word. I kept confessing. Okay. There was this hospital we went to. I think it was the last hospital we went to. And the doctor checked, and he said that there are some perforations on my chest. And these are symptoms of asthma. So he prescribed some drugs, asthma medicine for me. My dad went and bought them for me, and I started taking those medicine, and but nothing changed. In fact, it was getting worse and worse. I remember this day that I went to my mom, because sometimes I do go to my mom's shop to help her out, because then she had a restaurant, so I do help her out to wash the dishes and to serve the customers. So I went there, and that spirit came. It came strongly on me, and I told my mom. We started praying. I was also praying, and so my mom called that man of God, that evangelist, on the phone, and he started praying with me on the phone. And he drove to my mom's shop, and he came and kept praying for me. And I felt something left my body, and that was how I became free. And he encouraged me and advised me to stand firm in God, and so I heed to his advice. I became stronger and stronger. In fact, I decided to take the bull by the horn. I refused to give up. That was the thing. I refused to give up. I refused. Right? I refused to give up. Even though there was no hope. The hope was just little percent, but I refused to give up. So I remember going back to the evangelist again, and he told me something. He told me that he wants me to do something. I think I can't remember, but I think he said that God laid on his heart. But he had the leading. What I know that he had the leading to tell me this revelation, and he told me that he wants me to fast for 3 days without food, just on water. He asked me, have I ever fasted for 3 days without food? I told him no, and he told me to do that. And wow, it was challenging, but I was so desperate that I'm not going to stay in this situation. I'm going to get out of it. I was so desperate. So I started the fast. I remember my mom and advising me to Okay, that when I'm fasting, when I'm taking the water, I should also take oil, palm oil. Those who are in Africa or Nigerians will know what is palm oil. So that was what I did. I was taking the palm oil and water for 3 days. Just lock myself in the room, be in the room alone with me and God. My Bible, studying, praising, worshiping, praying. Wow. That was my best moment of intimacy ever. In fact, the revelations I got in that moment, in those period of time, I have not recovered from them. And these are the basis of my ministry today. When people see me, they don't understand why I'm crazy about God. They don't understand why I do the things I do. They don't understand why I refuse to follow the people of the world to do what they're doing. They don't understand why I'm so different. They don't understand why I always talk about God. This is the reason. I had revelations. In fact, wow. Maybe one of these days, I'm going to make a video, to talk about these revelations. But these are confidential. This is between me and God. The things God showed me. Wow. And I saw my safety being guaranteed. I saw that, yeah, I have a life. I saw that I have a life. I saw, wow. It was awesome. What I saw myself in another realm. Wow, it was beautiful. It was so glorious. I can't describe. I've never seen anything as beautiful as it in my life. And that was how God saved me. And you know what? After that, the evangelist told me something. He told me that after that 3 days fast, without food, that would be it. The problem would be gone forever. And that was it. But it didn't go immediately. It was gradually. And at the point, I threw away the asthma medicines. I threw them away. And listen, from that time to this moment, about 11 years ago, I am totally free. When I say I'm totally free, I am totally free. I am, I don't even usually go to the hospital anymore for medical checkup. Those things that I used to go to the hospital before, I don't even go anymore. I don't even have those sicknesses I used to experience before. And listen, I just want you to meditate and understand the things I did. All right? Okay?